Call Catalina's Top 5 at 5:55. Presented by Champion Salon and Barber. To book your appointment, go to championsalonandbarber.com.
Top 5 things that didn't exist when Tom Brady started playing. This is the 22 years.
Oh, my Lord.
Some of these things we don't really need. Some of them we've had and are kind of going away. And some of them are even different now. Number 5, social media did not exist.
Yeah.
Instant Messenger was the most social media you got in the year 2000.
Yeah, and that was private.
Yeah.
I mean, for the most part. I mean, you could have, like, I guess, multiple
Group
people,
chat,
but,
yeah.
I mean, it was just that conversation. It wasn't broadcast to the world by any means.
There was no MySpace. There was no Friendster.
Yeah.
There was no Facebook, Twitter, any of that.
I know there's probably people that can't think about a time, like, and not having it, and still there's people who have experienced both that probably would still prefer to have it, and I don't know. I go back and forth. I really feel like it's brought out probably more of the worst than it has brought out the best. I think that's fair to say.
I felt if we had some sort of social contract on it,
Would there be cancel culture without social media?
there's always kind of been cancel culture. Just
Okay.
not
I mean,
been
but
as
what is
known,
cancel culture really? It's calling out people for bad crap that they did. I
Yeah.
mean, when you think about it, people throw around cancel culture and they act like somebody totally innocent gets taken down. Give me one example of that. That's not what's happened. Like, and I think cancel culture has been kind of stolen and taken and spun a certain way to, like, if you ever speak up about anything that this party doesn't agree to, then you're cancel culture, and that's
the
not
thing
what it is.
The people who kind of get canceled for defending someone who was canceled eventually all kind of come back.
It all comes back.
They all
yeah.
kind of come back.
Yeah,
So
there wouldn't be a lot of things though without social media. That's for sure. Yeah.
Number 4, Blu-ray discs. Remember when the DVD got upgraded to a high definition format, Blu-ray discs. Now, just 21 years later, Blu-ray discs, you can still get them and they still have high quality video, but you don't really need them.
I've actually seen a few people out there who are starting to collect DVDs again.
Yeah.
It's almost become like the new thing to go back older because, you've got the firm copy and all of that. But not just regular DVDs, Blu-ray DVDs because of the quality of them. I've actually seen a couple people comment on that.
I have a ton because I was a movie collector, but now I've not bought one in a couple years because I don't really buy
I've got like 120 movies in here.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
I the same thing, or if there's something I've subscribed to a streaming service, I can just see it when I want to.
Yeah.
So it's pretty easy. All right, number 3, camera phones. Remember how phones used to kind of just be phones?
Yeah.
These guys don't, but we do. They used to just be a phone.
About camera phones, you can see someone getting the hell beat out of them, and people start shooting videos of it rather than helping the person.
Then using the phone to call the
call
police.
911. Yeah.
Yes,
that happens far too often. But yeah, think about. Shoot this country, that camera phone's George Floyd. Mm-hmm. That, for example, you talk about like what camera phones have done and how they've changed things, and countless other examples of crimes that have been caught on camera or whatever example you want to use. Everything's been caught on camera now at this point. And yeah, I definitely think that's probably come far more in handy than the reverse for sure. But yeah, it's just wild. You can just snap a pic. I used to have like the disposable Polaroids you'd have to get or whatever to take pictures, but yeah, now it's easy peasy.
Number 2, hybrid cars. Used to, cars were only ran on gasoline back in the day. Now you had a hybrid car, and now you don't even need a hybrid. You've got all electric cars, which won't work 10 years from now because our grid's going to fail. But
in Texas,
pretty much everywhere when everybody starts plugging them in.
Yeah.
Got to upgrade the grid before we upgrade the cars.
We don't need infrastructure, Paul.
But hybrid cars weren't around.
Are they a big deal? It's just like
depends on who you ask, and probably because I feel like our country is getting very close to just eliminating gasoline vehicles. Does that feel like kind of the way we're going?
People want to,
and
who?
People. People
how many though?
I don't know.
Thousands.
Yeah, but look,
maybe millions.
Yeah, millions of people want to.
A little worried about the planet. Worried about the planet and all we've done to it because, if you really look at it, we have not treated this place very well. And I know some people will roll their eyes at, like, ice caps melting or whatever, but, it's not all baloney. It's really not. I don't know if, going all electric's going to save us all, but Yeah.
I'll be thrilled when we have all electric cars. That's fine, but we got to fix the grid first. But these did not exist.
Texas will be the 50th state to comply to that rule. I can guarantee you that right now.
One of our big industries. And we still need it for the jets and the rocket ships. And, look at the billionaires got to go to space, so they're not doing that with just a battery. And number one, things that didn't exist when Tom Brady started playing. The top two projected picks in the draft, Kayvon Thibodeau and Aiden Hutchinson, did not exist when Tom Brady started playing.
Yeah, in fact, I'm glad you mentioned this because in the chat room, more than half of the college football players did not exist when Tom Brady started.
That's crazy.
Nuts.
Yeah, I mean, that's how long he's been around, man. It's wild, like, to have the career that he had for as long as he had it and to be as impactful as it was. I mean, again, with the Super Bowls, the other championships, like conference titles and whatnot, that's nuts to think about. He played a whole career in the time that some of these guys have been alive. That's unbelievable.
Kansas and